Good evening, everyone, our family, friends, and guests, and thank you all for coming to our 8th annual Red Dress Gala. As Megan said, my name is Bailey. I'm a 4th-year student in the Health Sciences program. Tonight, I'm going to share with you a few of my thoughts about and experience with Alpha Phi and the Alpha Phi Foundation. I joined Alpha Phi over 3 years ago in my first semester of university, and I am so thankful I did. I call Alpha Phi my all-in-one extracurricular. I am able to be social, meet incredible women who share my values, give back to my community, study, and raise awareness for heart health. Throughout my time in Alpha Phi, I've been fortunate to benefit directly from the Alpha Phi Foundation, who I will touch on now. I will then share with you why the largest aspect of the Alpha Phi Foundation, women's heart health, is so important to me. The mission of the Alpha Phi Foundation is to advance women's lives through the power of philanthropy. Under the broad umbrella of advancing women's lives, Alpha Phi provides leadership opportunities, helps sisters in need, encourages academic success through scholarships, and funds research that focuses on improving women's heart health. The leadership opportunities that are available to all members are the Emerging Leaders Institute for 1st and 2nd year sisters and the Fellows Program for 3rd and 4th year sisters, as Alana touched on previously. In my first year in Alpha Phi, I was excited by the possibility of attending the Emerging Leaders Institute, a 5-day, all-expenses paid for intensive leadership retreat with 50 Alpha Phi collegiate women from all across North America. Fortunately, in my 2nd year, my application was accepted and I was invited to attend in May 2015. It was such an enriching experience to learn from, interact, and bond with sisters from all different chapters, bettering our knowledge of Alpha Phi, its values, and how we, as women, can be effective leaders. Although it was a year and a half ago, I'm still in touch with my ELI sisters regularly. This is but one way Alpha Phi has enhanced my leadership and communication skills. As I mentioned, Alpha Phi also awards many scholarships that are academic or needs-based. Last February, I worked tirelessly on my application for the Alpha Phi Foundation scholarships. It included essays on each of our 6 values, short and long-term career goals, and letters of reference. After exams, I pretty much forgot I had applied. However, in early July, a representative from the Alpha Phi Foundation emailed to inform me that I had received the Sally Hepler Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is awarded to candidates pursuing an undergraduate degree in science or engineering who demonstrate a strong record of academic achievement, commitment to extracurricular activities, supporting leadership, scholarship, and service. This scholarship was life-changing, and I'm still so honored and grateful to be its recipient. I was especially drawn to Alpha Phi in my first year because promoting and fundraising for women's heart health is the most important philanthropy to me. On Wednesday, it's really different. Go Bailey! Go Bailey! On Wednesday, I will be celebrating the 7th anniversary of my 2nd heart surgery. When people think of heart disease, usually they picture an older, unhealthy man who smokes, eats poorly, and doesn't exercise. But I can assure you, this stereotype is incorrect. What is commonly unknown is that heart disease affects people of all ages, and it is one of the leading causes of death in women in Canada. I was born with 4 congenital heart defects. Congenital, for those of you who don't know, means present at birth. Luckily, these defects were detected at my 5-month checkup. My doctor referred us to a pediatric cardiologist, who then determined that I needed immediate surgery. The most urgent problem was that my aorta was pinched very tightly in one spot, not allowing enough blood to go through my body. The surgeons were able to make it a bit larger, with the hope that as I grew, my aorta would grow too. Unfortunately, although it did grow, it was never large enough, and it ended up being approximately half the size it needed to be. I grew up having high blood pressure. I was on medication for most of my childhood. I tired easily. I wasn't fully able to participate in gym classes or other physical activities. I also loved to dance, but I couldn't make it through an hour class without being red in the face or out of breath. After years of closely monitoring the size of my aorta, my blood pressure, changing doses, changing medications, and all the side effects that went along with them, my cardiologist informed my parents that it all wasn't enough. By the time I was 13, my heart was working too hard and beginning to thicken. I also couldn't keep taking the medications long term as they were beginning to compromise my other organs. I required more heart surgery. So on Monday, November 16, 2009, I had my second heart surgery. I was 14 years old and I had just started high school. The surgery is called an aortic patch repair. Basically, what the surgeon does is slice open the aorta and put a patch in to make it wider. The operation was supposed to last between 4 to 6 hours, but due to some complications, it ended up lasting for over 13. When it was over, my surgeon explained to my parents that it had been much more difficult than he had originally anticipated, that I had lost an extensive amount of blood, and that he was not sure I would survive the night. Obviously, I did survive the night. But I was very sick afterwards. I stayed in the hospital for over a week, but then begged the doctor to send me home, even though I was still sick. I missed over 2 months of school, and for those of you who know me, and perhaps more importantly, 3 months of dance. I was incredibly lucky. I survived with no side effects. I feel better now than I did before. I eat healthy and I'm very active and usually have lots of energy. I am now a licensed Zumba and group fitness instructor and teach 2 weekly classes at the Laurier Athletic Complex. I went from not having enough energy to complete a 1-hour dance class to leading intense workouts while shouting moves over the music. This is quite a turnaround. I have taken all the negatives and turned them into positives by promoting heart health in all facets of my life. A year after my surgery, I became a survivor ambassador to the Heart and Stroke Foundation, sharing my story to inspire others. I am also a spokesperson for the Heart Stroke Ride for Heart and have ridden the last 3 years. Last year, I also started a club on campus dedicated to the Heart and Stroke Foundation to educate students and to fundraise. My summer jobs have included 2 summers working in clinical heart research at Sick Kids Hospital, the hospital that treated me, and this past summer, I received an MCERT grant to work on aortic valve tissue at a biomedical engineering lab at the University of Toronto. This most recent work was especially fulfilling as it could have direct benefit on my life, as I still have an abnormal aortic valve. This fall, I submitted my application to attend medical school. My personal history of being a patient spurred an unwavering desire to become a doctor. I would like to thank the Alpha Phi Foundation for all of the unbelievable experiences and for everything Alpha Phi has taught me. I would also like to thank all of you for supporting our chapter and our philanthropy initiative of women's heart health, because it is a cause very close to my heart and one that is incredibly important to all of us. Thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.